What's up, folks? Welcome to Mindset Tabletop. Very excited tonight to unbox Aquatica. This is a game by Ivan Tuzovsky. Comes from Cosmodrome Games and Arcane Wonders. This is a awesome sort of hand management, engine building game with a little bit of chaining in it. This is really, really awesome. You're building up an underwater kingdom, and you're doing it by recruiting different characters and you exploiting the depths of different locations in the ocean. This is really, really good stuff. I played this for the first time at Dice Tower West 2022 and finally picked it up at Dice Tower West 2023. I have been waiting to play this for a long, long time. I'm very excited. So let's get this unboxed. Let's open this guy up and take a look at what we're working with. It's a game for 1 to 4 players. Plays in around an hour. You may have seen this on the Dice Tower if you watch the Dice Tower. This is a Dice Tower Essential. I don't know why I didn't play it at Dice Tower West 2023. But I did pick it up there and buy it on the last day. So glad I have it, at least. Okay, so here's the rule book. Actually, kind of the perfect size rule book. You know, it's not. It doesn't take up a ton of table space, but it's big enough, and the print is large enough to read everything. I remember picking up most of this game from the book when I was waiting for a teacher to arrive, and then I had a couple of players show up. They sat down, I started teaching them from the book and was doing okay. And then a teacher came and finished the teach and taught us everything about the game. So yeah, this is a pretty easy to learn game. It's very simple and straightforward, but there's still a lot of possibilities. So there's still things still some details that you need to go over when you're first learning the game. So these are the dual layer player boards. And these are replacement goals. So these are like alternate goals here. And they're going to take place of these goals here on the top of the board. One of the end game triggers is to have someone complete all 4 of these goals at a certain level, and whoever completes the goal first gets the most points for it. So these are later on, when you've played the game a few times, gotten to learn it, you can start to vary that with these tokens. So that's a cool little variable part of the game. All right, so here are the mantas. Now, when you complete one of these goals, you're going to mark it with one of your mantas. So these are nice, cool, chunky plastic bits in the shape of a manta, and they all basically have an effect on them, similar to the effects that you will find on locations and on characters. If I'll ever get the bag open here. Okay. So they have these different effects on them. You know, like move up. This will get you some attack power. This will get you coins. So they all have a different little effect that you can use by flipping the manta over to that side. And there are ways to flip it back in the game. These purple ones here, these are the wilds. So these have a bunch of different icons on them and different effects. Usually when you fully explore the depths of a particular location and the card is all the way up inside your board, you will then get one of these wild ones, which could take place of one of your original ones that you may want to use to complete a goal. So that's really cool. And we also have the green mantas and orange. That would be my color. All right, so let's take a look at the cards. So these are like your lords or characters or your generals. Basically, this is going to be kind of the asymmetry of the game. Each player will select one of these at the beginning of the game, and it gives you a special ability, such as this guy lets you move up a location, recruit a character, and flip one manta and score a location. So like when you play this guy, you can do all four of those things. Mara the Shady, conquer one location for free when you play her. Sol the Great, unflip all mantas. Scout, scouting a location is taking all the locations, taking 4 of them, moving them up here for a discount, and then filling in 6 at the bottom, giving you whole new locations to choose from, and then allows you to play another character. Researcher, the Grabber, Megalodon. These are cool, different recruitable characters. And here are the location cards. Now, this is my favorite part of the game. The locations are awesome. This is kind of where the chaining takes place. And this, the locations, they just give you multiple free actions to do on your turn. So your main thing is you're going to be playing a card from your hand. But after you play that card, you can then take a free action which could involve moving up a location, gaining resources and different things by passing over these bubbles, these circles here on the card. And as you fill them into your board, you put them into your board, they reach this little spot, and then as you push them up to use the ability, you're going to gain those 2 coins as you push it up. But if there's nothing there, you can't choose to push this card up until you get a card that has one of these green symbols on it with a number that shows you can bump up another card or 2 other cards. This is basically 2 rise actions. And you can either rise this guy and this guy, or you can just do this guy twice to skip over that blank space. These treasure chest looking bubbles, those allow you to score a card. So once a card is all the way up and you've gone to the last of the depths, you can then use one of these insignias to score a card, pull it out, and you will gain those points at the end of the game, the points that are at the bottom left of the card. You gain those at the end of the game, and you put this up at the top of your board. So, throughout the game, you're going to have a bunch of cards here on these locations. And you can choose to buy those or use power, which is kind of like an attack kind of thing, to get them. And there are different cards that can get you power, and different locations you can exploit certain depths to get power. So you're going to be doing that. You're going to be buying locations, putting them on your board, ticking them up, gaining their abilities to play more cards, using your mantas. When you don't have anything to play, you can use your mantas to get you one more step. Basically, you're playing that card out, getting its effect, and then doing as many of these free actions as will benefit you on your turn so that you can get more cards out, explore more depths, and gain complete more abilities. So I got one more package of cards here. Let's just see. These are probably just some characters. These look like starting cards. So everybody starts with a deck too. You start with a deck of cards and you're going through it, and then you're going to play everything out of your hand. And then when you do a scout action, that's when you get all your cards back. So it's similar to, I think it's similar to the hand mechanism in Concordia. Even though I haven't played that yet, I've heard about it a million times. I think it's like the same type of hand mechanism. So a bunch of characters there, and the characters are going to go on the bottom of the board down here. They're going to be laid out like this in this market. And you can buy them from there. So that's Aquatica, folks. I am really excited to play this again. This game is so much fun. And I think my group's going to like it. And I think if you like engine building games, if you like chaining, if you like hand management, if this theme looks cool to you, I think that you will like Aquatica and you should give it a shot. It's a really, really great game. Thank you very much, folks. If you can, take a second to like the video if you liked what you saw here, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click that bell because I've got more content for you. Have a great night. Have fun, folks.